Right, welcome everyone to episode 7 of our Resident Evil board game campaign playthrough. Now, before we get started, there's one big thing I forgot to do at the end of the last episode, so we're going to correct this right now. So, one thing we did is we did everything on the mission and we were successful. And we did go through the end phase, but what we didn't do is review the after completing the scenario section. So we're going to do that now before we progress. So it says, add the second floor West B scenario to the map. So that's this card right here. So we do have it, and we do have the dog whistle in our possession, so we can actually have it unlocked. So that gives us access to the West B, which also goes up. Now, while this is important, in the last episode I said I only had one place to go, which is first floor West B. But actual fact that we could have actually chosen between the first floor B or second floor B. Now, for the story, we found the herbicide, we found the key, and we got the music notes. It just feels thematically sense to go to where we're going today in today's episode, which is first floor West B. So just to highlight where we are today. And the second thing the cop says is shuffle the number 3 tension card into the tension deck. Now this is very, very important, and I'm a bit upset that I missed this. So this is it here. Has got the symbol on there. I'm keeping this a little bit of a secret for now, so I'm going to shuffle this into the deck. Now the reason I'm keeping this as a secret is because it is a potential new enemy, which you might have noticed. I've got a card just chilling right there next to the Cerberus. So that's not revealed yet. And I'm going to keep it that way until we find this lovely new card that we may or may not see in today's episode, so we'll keep that as a bit of a secret. So, with that being said, that rectifies what we forgot to do at the end of the last episode. Apart from that, everything else was fine. Now let's have a look at what we're actually doing today. So we're doing the first floor West B. So let's have a read of the introduction. The ticking of a proud grandfather clock slowly drums away, strangely commonplace and reassuring in the eerie quiet. The storm outside has calmed, leaving a surreal absence of sound in its wake. Suddenly, the calm is broken. A loud crash echoes from above, soon followed by a thump of heavy footsteps. Nervously holding your breath and watching a line of dust trail from the ceiling to the floor, you wonder whether the faint groans you hear from upstairs are getting louder or if it's just your imagination. Earlier you thought that. You might have found refuge here, but that seems to have been hopelessly optimistic. So what's the objective then for this scenario? In this scenario, the characters must solve the mystery of the grandfather clock. Okay. If the players use the golden emblem to collect an item C card, and each character is on the same tile, the players can choose to successfully complete the scenario at any time. If there are any enemies on the same tile as the characters when the scenario is completed, skip step 6 of the end phase. Okay, let's have a look at the special rules. So there's something about a piano. So it just says at the moment, we'll read a little bit more into this when we actually encounter a piano, if we do. So as a character on the same square as the Mooncrest token can spend an action to discard the music notes to activate the piano puzzle. So we'll wait until that has happened. So we need the music notes. And then it says, defeating the fountain plant. A character in the same square as the crest token can spend an action to discard the herbicide and draw a C item card. So that's really cool. So we've got a chance to find two C items, which we wouldn't normally have. So what is actually going into our decks today? So in the B deck, we're not actually adding anything into the A deck. So we're adding a first aid spray, a dagger, a stun gun, and a wooden emblem. So that's this wooden emblem right here. So we'll keep that for now, and we'll shuffle these away. So at this point, all the items are useful, which is quite nice. Then it says in the tension deck, add tension card number 5 to the start of the scenario, so we'll add that in. And the encounter deck, add encounter card number 2 into the deck. So we'll just shuffle these as well. So this deck is getting a bit more interesting. Now, in the previous episodes, there's always been a special rule about the quiet area. So those are part of the tutorial levels. I'd say tutorial, more like the introductory levels to how the game is played. But now we don't actually have that. So there's a couple of rule changes to what we're dealing with today. And one of them is one way we can lose the scenario. So if both our characters were to become unconscious or we decide to end the scenario, that would automatically take us to a fail. Now, if this tension deck runs out, then that also then results in a fail. So it's important now that we need to go a little bit quicker. But to counteract that, with a 1 to 3 player game, we've got 2 players with us, you get 1 ink ribbon. So this ink ribbon is part of our inventory, so we'll just keep that here. And what the ink ribbon does is if we can find a typewriter, which we do actually see on the board right now, we've got a typewriter right here, we can spend an action to discard the ink ribbon token and the typewriter, the ink ribbon token and the typewriter as an action, to shuffle the discard pile back into the main deck. So that's a way of prolonging the game, but it just means that some of the threats of cards that we've gone through will then come across. But that's the way that's going to work. We've not really had this scenario, but the fact that we are now got the ink ribbon and the fact that the quiet area is now gone, it just means that there's probably more stuff to do in the map. It's going to get bigger and there's going to be more problems. The final thing to know for this level, it's got 6 exploration cards. So there are 6 cards in this deck. I'm just going to double check. I have my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this map is potentially quite big. And then hopefully this time we'll remember after the scenario. So let's have a look at the map. It starts off relatively small. What's quite interesting here is that we've got our Rebecca and our Jill, and they're surrounded by 2 Cerberuses and 2 corpses, both with 2 archways. So everything gets to react in sort of this area. The fact that there's corpses in quite close proximity is not usually a good sign. We can see here, this is the Windcrest token. Now that's good for the herbicide. So I've already given Jill the herbicide as one of her 8 items, because we're going to go straight there and do it, because why not? It is here with a dark red counter, which we've not had yet. This just means we draw 3 encounter cards, which is obviously quite scary. What else is of note here? We've got a sword key room, but we do also have another way of getting in there. So we can go the long way around, but the sword key is fine if I feel like I need to use it. And then we've just got only one way to explore. All these rooms are explorable, but the way to expand the mansion is by going down this south route here. So that's where we're probably going to go. But before we do that, we need to dish out what our characters are going to be having with them today. So let's have a look at our weapons. Now Jill is going to have the shotgun and the pistol, like she did in the last game. And I'll give her some shotgun shells. And the reason I want her to have the shotgun is because she's going to go down here, and with there being 3 cards, there's a good chance that she might need to spend a few actions and a few bullets to get through that. And then I'll give Chambers the gun and the knife, just so she's got something else that she can use. I do have some bullets. I do plan on... We'll keep that there for a second because I'm not quite sure what else we want. We want the sword key, and that can go to Valentine. And there are some corpses nearby, so I do think I want both characters to start with a lighter. Now, that does mean we're running out of space, so we do need to take that into consideration. We do need the music notes, but I'm hoping I will find a storage chest. So I'm gonna play risky, and I'm not gonna take the storage notes with me. Let's see what we're doing for healing wise. We've got a couple of green herbs, a couple of protective items, and that's really about it. I think I will. What do I do here? Got a couple of green herbs with the red herb. That's quite good for some advanced healing, but everyone's looking fairly healthy at the moment. Maybe we see how we get on without the need of healing. So I'm going to just put these all in the storage, and hopefully we can find them. That way it gives us 5 item slots, which I think we're going to end up needing. So I don't want to clog up all of our space until we find the storage, which I'm assuming there will be. There's no guarantee we're going to find one, but that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I think with that being said, we're ready to begin. Now it is Rebecca's turn. I don't think I actually really want her to do a lot. If she just goes 1, 2. If she starts shooting, I kind of want Jill to be the shooter in this episode. She has got the shotgun. Actually, I will give her those bullets. Where did they go? I did have them somewhere. It must be here with the music notes. Yeah, there we go. So Jill's got all the ammunition. So we've done our first action. She can go in for 2. Or she can open this door. Don't want her to shoot just yet. I think I'll go in for 2 and see what's in here. So that is 2 encounter cards. So our first one is spawn 2 zombies. So they will go on this B item. And then our second one is spawn a corpse. So that's a pretty scary room, but it has got a B item in it, and it might be the B item, but Rebecca hasn't got the facility, the stuff to handle with that, so she's just going to go back out for 3, and then 4 to shut that door. So that'll be her 4 actions. Zombies can't react, but the doggles can. So 1, 2, and they move to the closest character. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they're both equal, so they will automatically go towards the active character in that case. So these doggles are going to go here. I did not shuffle these. Did I shuffle these? Anyway. If I did, I didn't. If I did, I did. But the reason I think it's quite funny is because the scary new card has already appeared. A roar breaks out of silence as the foe, once dead, violently drags itself to its feet. Deadly talons raking the walls. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with a crimson head. So we get a new enemy. So we've got these tokens here to represent the crimson heads. They've got some very scary talons on their hands. So we'll just put them here for now. Our closest corpse, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, I would probably say this door is closed, so it's probably closest to the active character, so I'd probably say this one actually becomes the Crimson Head. So this corpse goes, and we now have a Crimson Head, which is our new enemy. Let's have a look what it does. Right, it is a threat level of 3, so this always gets to move first. It has a movement of 1 and a health of 2, so these are harder to kill. Its first basic attack is a range of 0, so it needs to be on the same tile, and does 1 damage. The second attack, it's with the cross symbol on it. Again, range of 0, but does 2 damage. So, very, very scary. So it's got 2 abilities. Relentless. This enemy performs a move reaction every time a character on the same or linked tile performs the move action, unless the character began in the enemy square. Oh, so these are moving. They're moving. Oh, right. Okay, I need to remove that. The blood scent. If the top card of the tension discard pile is a cross or a pie symbol, this enemy moves an extra 1 square during the reaction phase. So these are scary. So these things are going to move very quickly, and Rebecca's in big trouble. So it is now Jill's turn. So every time Jill does a movement action or a character, the actor character does it, this is going to move. So she's going to spend her first action to use the lighter to get rid of this corpse. And I think the first job of the team is to deal with this. So she's going to move for 1. Crimson Head moves for 1. There is now a line of sight. So Jill is going to attempt to shoot this creature. So she's going to go for the bullets to begin with, to try and get its attention. So she's going to spend 3 bullets. 1, 2, 3. So she goes down to 12. And see how we do. We do 1 point of damage, which is nice. So I'll just make a note of that on here for now, because we've only got 1 Crimson Head. And then the dogs react. So they go 1, 2, and 1, 2. So they're now on Jill's on Jill's thing. So that was her first action to burn, second to move, third to shoot, and then her fourth action is to use the shotgun. Her fourth and final action is to use the shotgun. Now, the reason for this, I am really hoping to get one of these symbols so I can deal 1 damage to everything on the square of those Cerberuses. No. Okay, so I still get to kill one of them. So one of them gets killed. Doggle moves 2. And the Crimson Head gets to move as space. That's right, isn't it? So now it's the reaction phase. This dog gets to attack. It does get to hit. And then this one also gets to move. So this Crimson Head's going to move here. And then reaction. Vigor Mortis. Oh dear, 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 dear. Enemies on the same tile as the active character immediately performs a reaction if there are no enemies. Okay, so that's for... Okay. So threat order. So this guy moves in. And then the dog is going to try and hit us. We do get the dodge. So we can push the dog out of the way. Yes, yeah. We'll push the dog out of the way. Red light. If it moves, it performs a move action. Okay, so this guy doesn't actually get to move again now because he's already on there. So that was a scary turn. So what's going to happen? Rebecca. She can go 1, 2. I guess try and shoot this guy. Does she need to go that far? No, I probably shouldn't move, but hey ho. So she's going to spend 3 bullets to try and kill this Crimson Head. So 3 bullets, 2 pushbacks. Could push it closer to her. Dog gets to react. 1, 2, push it closer, and then this dog gets to move in. And then her fourth and final action is to shoot again for 3. 1, 2, 3. Goes down to 9. Got the kill. So that's good. So the Crimson Head has been taken care of for now. But this dog gets to have a go at Jill. We do get the dodge. So that's good. So we can push over here again. It's going to come straight back in because of the reaction phase. So that's fine. Okay, we've dealt with that first threat of the Crimson Head. It's all clear. I should hope so. That was not the ideal turn. Right, she's going to go for the bullet play. So she's going to try and kill this dog. So Jill's going to spend 3 bullets. Go to 9. Get a pushback. No, can push it back over here. Go again for 2 bullets. So it goes from 9 to 7. Another 2 pushbacks. Push it back another square. We'll go again for 2 bullets. Puts it down to 5. Just kill the dog. Nope, dog gets to move. And then she's going to spend her final action to do a shotgun shell because I need this dog out of my life. Nope. Damn it. Damn. This is scary. Reaction time. Do I get to dodge? I need to find some healing items now. I do get to dodge, so I'm just going to push it here. So I'm going to try and get Rebecca to deal with this now. Oh, no. Unfolding events. Draw a narrative card and remove this from the game for the rest of the scenario. A handwritten note. A piece of paper lies on the ground, dropped by a researcher. Reading through it, you spy several clues that might help you solve this mystery. Search the encounter deck. Oh, it's not very big. For any cards with a magnifying glass or star symbol, and then shuffle them back into the deck. 1 card gets shuffled back in. Nothing terrible. Nothing terrible. We're okay with that. And then that gets removed from the game. Right. Rebecca's turn. She's going to shoot. It's 3 bullets. 1, 2, 3 on 6. Come on! We get a kill. Thank God for that. Get rid of this dog, please. There are crimson heads we need to deal with. So that was our first action. We've got no healing items, so I do need to try and find the we need to find the case now. So that was 2, 3, 4. Oh, so that was 1, 2 to open this door, 3 to enter, spawn an encounter. It's place a yellow unexplored tile on this area. Okay, so that's fine. We do have the star symbol, so Jill gets to heal for 1. So I'm okay with that. 3, and then she can go heal for 4. So, harmless turn. It's all clear. Jill's turn. Oh, I'm supposed to put an A item here. Just thought that room looked a bit bare. Double check I've got everything. There's an A there, there's a B there, which I really don't want to get. A, B. Okay, cool. We're looking good. I'm thinking I might go in here. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to open this with Jill's ability of unlocking. So I don't need to actually have the key because the character already has it. That was 1, 2, 3. For 1 encounter. It's discard this effect without any concern, but she gets another health back. I'm happy with that. 2, and then she can go 3, 4. All clear. You know what? From the start we just had, I'm very happy we've got some all clears. Rebecca, first action, grab an A item. And we find some handgun bullets. It's not terrible, that's really good. So that's 1, 2, 3. And she is gonna go here and grab this A item, I think, for 4. No reactions, all clear. There is the concern that these zombies are going to wake up at some point. Jill's turn. Gets to open a chest, find an item for 1. First aid spray. Not bad. We were scared of some healing items. So that was 1. So she can now start heading. Now that she's got that, I think she's safe to head into the... So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Reanimate. Locate the closest corpse. There's only 1 corpse on here, and spawn it for a zombie. Luckily it says zombie and not a crimson head, because I do not want another crimson head. So there we go. We've got 1 of each zombie on here. So this is a very scary room, and it's got the B item. If that has the emblem on it, we're going to be in trouble. Rebecca's turn is going to go open for 1, enter for 2, spawn an encounter for her second action. That's not an encounter, that's this one here. Spawn a zombie. Okay, we can cope with a zombie. And it also says draw a tension card. It's all clear, so that's fine. So that was 2 here for 3. And then she's going to spend 3 bullets to try and kill the zombie straight away before it can do anything. So final action. Good, we get the kill. And because it's not because it was a pistol, that turns into a corpse. Nothing to react, so now we draw a tension card. It's all clear. Jill's turn. She's going to go 1, 2, and 3 to open this door. She's not going to enter yet. But yeah, that'll be her turn. And then next turn she can go in with some guns blazing and the gnawing fear. If this character leaves the current tile during their next turn, that's unfortunate. They must draw an extra 2 cards instead. So that goes to Jill. That kind of prolongs what we wanted to do, but hey ho, that's how it goes. Right, so this is Rebecca's turn to draw an item. This is the last slot she's got. It's only a red herb, so she can't actually do anything with that red herb right now. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those always react. It's all clear. So what's Jill going to do then? I think she might just open this door just for the sake of it. So she can go 1, 2, 3. And she is going to use an action to use these handgun bullets, I think. Yeah. So we'll discard these handgun bullets to replenish by 8. So she's currently on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she's now on 13. And then that's her turn. So she hasn't left, so we don't have to draw 2 tension cards. All clear. Rebecca's turn. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and enter for 4. So that door's open. So this is card number 1. So that was her third. Okay, so welcome back. So quite a simple room. We've got 4 doors that we can explore. There is a corpse, and there's 2 encounters. That was her third action. So her fourth action is to replenish her bullets as well, while we can. So she doesn't go in there just yet. So she's currently on 3. So I'll take her to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 bullets on her handgun. And that's her turn. No zombies to react still. So we can do an all clear. Yes, we can. Right. Jill's turn. In here. 1. No, not yet. I did open it. 3 encounter cards. First one is spawn a zombie. Okay. Boom. Draw another one. Locate the closest tile to the active character that contains 1 or more enemies and at least 1 not locked door on that tile. So this door is now finally open. and these zombies are now free. So we're that's scary. And then it's spawn another zombie. So it's only 2 zombies in here, so we can handle that. And then it says, search the encounter deck for Cerberus cards. I don't think we've seen any Cerberus cards yet. So let's just double check. No Cerberuses. So for the sake for three items, for 3 encounters, they weren't bad. So that's 1, that's 2. Let's pop the shotgun for 1 and see if we can kill them both for 1 shell. That can sit nicely here for now. We'll move that over there. So 2 dice. And we want to hit. We do get a hit. So because of the shotgun ability of splatter, we actually get to kill both of them for 1 bullet. Yeah, that's great. She's only got 2 shells though, so that's scary. So that was 1, 2, and then she can go 3, 4, and then we can read what we can do with that. So that's the end of her turn. These 3 zombies all get to move to the nearest tile. So you guys can live there. And then we draw tension. All clear. Alright, so these are archways, so we can't actually block these zombies from getting to us at the moment. So that's fine, I guess. But we'll go in for 1 and spawn these 2 encounters. And hopefully we're not dealing with anything too crazy. After resolving all entries on this card, replace the closest corpse with a zombie. So that's this one here. But it says at the end. And then it says locate the closest character with 1 more enemies and open all and unlock doors. So they're still there. So those still stay shut. That's already open, so that doesn't take effect. So yeah, that's cool. So then this corpse just turns into a zombie. That's not terrible. I think for here we're just going to start opening doors. So 2 to open up this door right next to me, so that's card number 2. So I'm going to open this one. And then reveal this one. So this is just one room with a B item and 2 encounters. So I can slot nicely there, I can sit in there. We have a B item. And we have 2 encounters. So that was her. That was a second action, wasn't it? So we'll just put that here for now. Go in for 3. Could go in for 3. They're so far apart from each other. Yeah, we'll just go in for 3. That's fine. See what we're dealing with. So 2 encounters. Alright, spawn a corpse. And then a yellow unexplored tile. And our second encounter is spawn another corpse. That goes there. And then at the end of the active character's tension phase, replace each corpse. So this is the card I got wrong last time. So this is the tile that I'm in. So all zombies, all corpses in that room will get spawned into a zombie. So how many was that? So it was 1 to go in, 2 to open the door, 3 to enter, so she can burn one of these corpses, which she's going to do. Because then she's only dealing with 1 zombie rather than 2. So, reaction phase. All the zombies move out of this room. And this one starts to move. Tension phase. It's all clear. Now this takes effect. All zombies in this tile becomes a zombie. We've got a lot of zombies in here. What does Jill do? Oh, Jill's on this tile now, so we can do this special event. The same square as the Wind Crest token, an action can be spent to discard the Herbicide to draw a C item card. So that's nice and easy. So we have the Herbicide. We discard the herbicide from the game. And we get to draw a C item. Ooh. And we found the armor key. So that's going to let us go in this direction now if we choose to do so. So that's our first action. And then 2, 3, 4. And she's going to try and get this B item as well. Reactions. Zombies move. Zombie moves. Zombie moves into my space. Tension. All clear. Tension deck is still looking pretty healthy, so I don't need to worry so much about the saving yet, or using the ink ribbon. It is Rebecca's turn. She is going to spend an action to use the knife. This is potentially a bad idea, and I'll show you in a second why. I do get the kill though, so that's great. So that kills the zombie, turns it into a corpse, but because of out of sequence reactions, all these zombies get to move. She's going to spend her last kerosene to discard this zombie so she can get out of this room. So that was 2, 3, and 4. And hopefully this is a good item. So let's see. Reactions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these zombies are going to go here. And these 3 zombies are going to go this way. Which I'm not too upset about, actually. This could work out pretty well in my favour. So that's reactions. Now let's draw a tension card. It's all clear. Jill's turn. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this to draw a B item. Found a dagger. And then 4. Good defensive item, can be helpful, but we're still okay. Reaction time. These zombies move closer, and this zombie moves closer. Tension. No escape. Open all non-locked claws. Open the closest non-locked door to the character. Okay, closest non-locked door is this one. So this door opens. Again, that's fine, because then I can kind of cut through. There is the range symbol as well. So that just means there's a bit of a range for the next attack. So it's now Rebecca's turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 3. Does she try and knife? It does make them move. She's going to go here for 4, I think. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to stay in this room. And that means these zombies can go this way. And the zombie will move. Bit of a bad play that, because the zombie's going to be able to move onto our space next turn, but that's fine. All clear. No range attack though, so that's good. Rebecca's turn. This needs to be a great turn for Rebecca. 1, 2. Shotgun shell. Please, for the love of God, hit a hit symbol. Because then I can kill 3 zombies with 1 shell. Come on. It whiffed. Whoop. She's going to spend her last action to shoot her last shell. Come on. Oh, the zombie would move to the noise. Yes! I got the hit, which means all 3 zombies perish with 1 shell. That's so good. I love it. And that's a 4th action. The zombie gets to move. Whoo! 1, 2, 3. The zombie's going to move back because it's closer. Now that the noise has stopped. Huh. The board looks great now. I'm happy. It's all clear. Whew. We're doing alright now. Rebecca's turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to open this door. So that is card number 3, which is this next one up here. It is a small room, and it contains a typewriter and the chest. So the chest and another typewriter. That's pretty good. I like that because it just means I can just rearrange some of these items on Rebecca's next turn just to make things a bit more convenient. I did not pick up this B item. What am I doing? Huh. Okay. Oh well. And there's an why did I don't even know where my brain was going there. Silly. Right. Jill's turn. We don't necessarily need that A item right now. But that B item's free for the grabbing, so I think that's what she's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone's going to move closer and withdraw attention. Keep quiet. During the next turn, if any player speaks, they must immediately draw an encounter card. So obviously we'll just be quiet for the next turn. Okay, locate the closest zombie and put an A token underneath it. While this token is attached to the closest zombie, it moves with it, and if I kill it, I can then search it and gain that item. Okay, so one thing just to note, while I was in the quiet space, during that last room setup, we did actually find a special item. So let's just see, does the book refer to it in any way? It does not. So we don't actually know what this does. And also I've got the wrong symbol, it's supposed to be a key, but I've got the shield instead. Don't know where my key is. Ah, it's here. Oh. So that was Rebecca's turn. Jill is going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 now that this area is safe to explore. We do have the B item, so we've got access to all the B items now. So one of them is going to be good for us. So you did have 4 actions. Zombie does get to react with the A item. Whoop. Whoa. Oh dear. You go here, you go there. And then we draw A tension. No escape. Open the closest non-locked door to the character. So that is this one here. And because we've done that, I think I'll just reveal this area. So that's area number 5, right? Yes, that's area number 5. Oh, that looks scary. So, 5 gets revealed, gets slotted in here. We do have a 3 encounter. We do have an A item, which I can't pick. And we do have the moon crest. And we do have a locked door of the puzzle. Alright, welcome everyone. So what we've now got is this room with 3 an A item, the moon crest symbol, and another locked door, but this is locked by a puzzle, which means we can now refer to the special rules. So, a character can spend an action to discard the music notes to activate. Okay, so this is where we need the music notes now. Okay. It is now Rebecca's turn. Jill's turn, sorry. No, it was Jill's turn. It's now Rebecca's turn. Oh, losing the plot. We've got 5 bullets left. We're gonna deal with this zombie, I think. So we're gonna spend 3. We get a pushback. Cool. And then I'm gonna knife it. Do get the kill. Lovely. So that gets gone and that becomes a corpse. So that was 2. She's going to go in here for 3 and 4. Oh, I still need to go grab the music notes. I need to remember to do that, or else I'm not going to be able to do this puzzle. Cool, no reactions because we've got a nice clear board. So we draw attention. It's all clear. Jill, 1 and 2. Pick up a B item. This B item is the stun gun. Lovely. But now Jill is also full on her capacity. She could spend... don't throw about that right now. 3, 4. All clear. Okay, we still don't know what to do with this, so we can't do anything with that yet. We've got no kerosene, which is really unfortunate. Do need to go and get the music notes. So we do have to deal with this. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to pick up the A item and hopefully get something we can use. It's the kerosene! Lovely. That makes our next turn for Rebecca really easy. So 3 tokens get to spawn on there. Perfect timing. The game is actually being nice to us now. It is now reactions. No zombies to react. So we draw attention and it's all clear. Again, I just didn't pick up the B item. My brain is not working. 1, 2, 3, 4. All clear. First action, replenish the kerosene by 3. Second action, to use one of them to burn a body. And then she's going to go back down here. 3. Oh wait, she needs to. Yeah, but that's fine. So that was 2, 3, 4. I will actually play this game properly. Just making it harder for myself. Oh, Keeper's Diary. Itchy, tasty. This card remains in play the next time a character makes a search action. After the action is resolved, they draw an encounter card and then discard this card. Okay. Not cool. Rebecca Jill's turn. Oh, she's got no kerosene either. Damn, I thought she had some. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to roll to see if we spawn a zombie. We don't. Okay, so that's good. It's all clear. 1 and 2 to grab the B item. Finally. The item is First Aid Spray, which means the item we're after is in here, I think. Now that I've done that, this comes into effect. Draw an encounter card. Spawn a zombie on the active character square, because that is Rebecca's favourite card. She's a big fan of that. So that was 2. And we'll go stabby for 3 and 4, hopefully. We get a pushback. Roll for again. Nothing, so the zombie moves in. Dodge time. We do dodge. So we can go here. And then we draw. All clear. Jill's turn. So she is going to go 1, 2, and then her third action is going to be to use the storage box. Let's put the lighter away. Let's put the armor key away because we don't need that yet. That gives us 2 item slots still. I'm going to probably discard that. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. So we'll discard these 2 items. And then her final action is going to be to use the typewriter. So we can discard our ink token, and then we're going to shuffle this back into this deck. And then we need to now finish this mission before this deck runs out, which I think we're in a strong position to do so. I don't think there's any concerns. Reaction time. Ooh. We've literally just had this. Okay. It's the Keeper's Diary again, so the next time we perform a search action, a zombie, we have to draw an encounter. Jill's turn. Rebecca's turn. Come on, we're going to do some stabbing. Stab, stab, stab. Get a pushback. Push from there, so that's 1, 2, and 3. And then 4. Jill is... Oh. The Crimson Rage. Oh, shoot. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with a Crimson Head. So that's this one. And we get a Crimson Head. Right in front of us. I really wanted to have dealt with that corpse, but I've been misplaying a little bit today. Jill's turn. She is going to use her action to move in here for 1. This guy moves. Her second action to discard the shotgun shells, to replenish her shotgun from 0 to 4, and then she's going to spend a shell to try and kill this Crimson Rage. We get 1 damage, and now she's going to go for the handguns. So she's going to spend 3 bullets, going to 10, and see if we can. We get a pushback and a shot, but that's fine. They do not spawn a corpse, so that's fine. So she did really well with that. So that was her second action. And then she needs to go down 3 and 4. Because she needs to go in here. No. Why would I have not picked out... So I'll go back in here for 3 and 4. There is no scenario where I wouldn't have taken the music notes, because she's going to need them. There we go. That was a silly play. Reaction time. There's only 1 zombie, so we don't need to worry about that. It's all clear. So it's tension, and it's fine. 1 to use the, and then a second action to use this. Can keep the lighter. I don't think we need the sword key anymore, so I'm going to discard these 2 items into our chest. And then I think that should keep us sorted. And we'll put that in our chest. And then 3, 4. So she's going to go grab this B item. And we're going to try and deal with whatever this is. Reaction time. We can't react. Tension. All clear. Jill's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reaction time. Tension. All clear. Rebecca now. goes 1 and 2, spawns this encounter, which it shouldn't have happened because I was silly. Spawn a corpse. Okay. 2, 3, and 4. No escape. Open the closest non-locked closed door to the character. That's this one. All the doors are open. Yeah. Now it's Jill's turn. She's going to go 1 and 2. Spawn 3 encounters. The first one is a zombie. You're a normal zombie. Closest tile. Second encounter, spawn 2 zombies. So one goes here, another one goes here. And the third encounter, after resolving all spawn entries as cards, replace the closest corpse with a zombie. And that's the corpse we just got rid of over here, so that becomes a zombie as well. One, 2, 3 to enter, and then our last action is to pop off a shell and see if we can kill these 2 zombies in front of us. But there's going to be a lot of reactions happening after this shot is fired. So she's down to 2 shells. Get the splatter. That's what I wanted. So these 2 do die, which is fantastic. Now these 2 die. This reacts, and this reacts. Now it's reaction phase. Zombie comes out of this room. This one's going to go closer to Rebecca, and this one is actually going to lunge in and hit Jill. Does she get out unscathed? She doesn't, but she will use her dagger to prevent damage. Tension. All clear. Rebecca's turn. Let's grab this B item, which I still can't believe I did this. Oh, so horribly wrong. It's the wooden emblem. A character in the same square as the Sun Crest token, spend an action, discard this card. I think that might be a misprint then. This might be what it meant. Because we've got the Wind Crest, got the Moon Crest. Maybe? I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah. So that was her first action to pick up this item, which I still don't know what it's for. So she can go 2, 3, and 4. Zombie moves in. Zombie moves in. This one's going to try and go for another gnaw. We do get to dodge it, so I will push it. Yeah, I'll push him out here for the time being. And then we draw a tension. The Gnawing Fear. If this character leaves the current tile during the next turn, they must draw, so that is 4. Oh, I should have drawn an encounter card for that. So let's do that now. After resolving all spawn entries, replace the closest corpse with a crimson head. Okay. So that is this one here, right? Yeah. So crimson head is here, which meant it would have moved 1 space. So that resolves the Keeper's Diary. And then the Gnawing Fear. That is for Rebecca. So if she leaves this tile, she has to deal with that. Now it's Jill's turn. This is going to be really, really unfortunate, but hey ho, needs must. Right, let's start with a shot. 3 bullets. 1, 2, 3. To try and kill the zombie. We do get the kill, so we kill the zombie. Spawn a corpse. In an unfortunate position. This guy gets to move. This guy gets to move. And this guy gets to move. Second action, third action. Because of this relentless ability, because it's connected, this guy gets to move too. And then her third action is going to be to grab this AI item. And I'm hoping for something useful. Green herb is not unuseful. Crimson head moves, zombie moves, zombie makes an attack. On Rebecca. Do get the dodge, so I'm just going to shimmy myself over here, and I think I'm going to try and run away from this situation. Tension. It's all clear. So Rebecca's going to go 1 and 2. See if she can dodge this. Unscathed. She can. This goes 2 spaces. And she's going to go 1, 2. And he's going to move 2, 1, 2. And then reaction time. So that's all the movements done. He gets to move, zombie gets to move, and this gets to move. She didn't leave this tile, so the gnawing fear doesn't happen. And we draw a tension. Yeah. Now for Jill, it probably makes more sense not to move, to stop him from moving. So she's not going to do anything on her turn, which then causes all these to move 1 space closer. And then we draw. It's all clear. Rebecca's action. Her first one is to burn set a corpse for 1 of her kerosene. 2, 3. So this guy gets to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, and then her final action is to shut this door. Now nothing gets to react. And now we're trapped in this room with these zombies knocking on the door. And then we draw. Vigor Mortis. Enemies on the same tile as the active character performs a reaction if they aren't any. Draw 2 tension cards instead. Okay. All clear. Keep quiet. Okay. Sure. Tragic Echoes. So we find the closest zombie and put an A on it. Right, so the reason I just ended the turn because of the keep quiet, because I wanted to explain what was going on here. So it's Rebecca's turn now, so she can go 1, 2, trade for 3, and then an action to spend it, right? So let's see what the rules say. A character on the same square as the music rest can spend an action to discard the music notes. So we're going to discard the music notes and activate the piano puzzle. When the piano puzzle is activated, set the boss dial to 15 and place it next to the token. Okay. Don't need to place it next to the token, but we'll place it nearby. There we go, that's this one. Right, so I've got the dial here, and we'll set it to 15. And then that's the end of her turn, and then we'll find out. Oh, that's set to 14. There we go, 15. And that'll be the end of Rebecca's turn. No escape. Open the closest door. That is not good. Because these guys are going to be coming in, and I'm not going to be able to get there to stop it. Right, so now it's Jill's turn, so now we can actually read what this does. After the puzzle has been activated, a character in the same square as token can spend an action to roll a number of dice equal to their evade roll. Reduce the value of the boss die by 1 for each small dodge 2 for a medium dodge, and 3 for a big dodge. If one or more results rolled, if one or more bullet hit symbols have been rolled, that character will then draw a tension card. When the bar star reaches 0, the puzzle door card is unlocked and replace it with an archway. Okay, so that was interesting. So she gets to roll 2 dice. Okay, so that was a big dodge. So she gets to reduce it by 3. So that takes it down to 12. And she gets to go again. Oh, again, another big dodge, so another 3. 1, 2, 3, down to 9. And then a final roll. Hey, again, 3 of the exact same roll. Takes it down to 6. Reaction time. This guy gets to move, and then these 2 get to move. And then we draw attention. It's all clear. It's now Rebecca's turn, and yeah, she's going to do it as well. She's got an evade of 2, so she also gets to roll 2 dice. Alright, another 3. She's going to go for it again. So only 1. And a tension card. All clear. So that was a second. And another success. So the health die has gone to 0, which then unlocks this and turns it into an archway. So that goes here, that goes there, and that goes here. And then I can reveal this last card, which is another room. The sun crest symbol. We were looking for that. So that goes here. And Rebecca's going to end her turn, because as soon as she moves, this guy's going to move in, and I need Jill to deal with it. So yeah, Crimson Head's going to move in. And this guy's going to move, and this guy's going to move. And then we draw a tension card. It's all clear. Jill's turn. She's going to spend a shotgun shell to try and kill. She does 1 damage. This guy moves in, and this guy moves closer. She's going to spend her last shotgun shell to try and take him out. The Crimson Head's on 1 health. Okay, she will kill the Crimson Head for sure. And this guy gets to move. Ooh. And she's now out of shotgun ammo, which is very sad. And this guy gets to move. She's got 2 actions left. She's going to go to the bullets of her handgun. Spend 3 to go to 4. 2 pushbacks. So push him here. And this guy's going to come in. And then she's going to spend her final action to roll 2 of them. To at least try and take out 1 of them. Another pushback. So we'll push out here. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, so I'll say you can't, because does he stagger all the way around the corner? Doesn't necessarily make sense. But yeah, we'll leave him there. And then the zombie will come in, and then it's reaction time. So the zombie moves, and the zombie moves. How many bullets have we got left? We have 4 bullets between them. It's all clear. Jill. Rebecca, you're going to start knifing zombies. You do get the kill. That one dies. This one comes in. This one comes in. Oh, there's a bit cramped in there. A second action. Gets a hit. Third action. A pushback. Yeah, okay. Come on, 4th one. No, moves back in. And then attacks the active character. Can I dodge it? Which I can. Whoa. Attention! No! Yeah, attention. Oh, come on, Jill. Your last 2 bullets. Really? Okay, so that gets a munch. So now she hasn't got any bullets. She's going to try and dodge. Obviously she doesn't. Yeah, so she will take another hit. So that's her second action. Third action is to take this wooden emblem. And then her last action will be to go up here. And then it is reaction time. So this guy is going to move here. And then tension. All clear. Right, come on. Guys, you're spending your last 2 bullets, Rebecca. It's your last 2 bullets. Please kill. It's a pushback. It's not a kill. So that's 1. And she's just going for the knife. We are now officially out of ammunition. So that's another pushback. I'll leave him there. So that was 2. Get the kill. Oh. No, that one. So that was our third action. And then our fourth action will be to burn these 2 bodies. We're out of kerosene. We're out of bullets. We've got nothing to our name. Jill's turn. No escape. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tension card. All clear. Rebecca's turn. 1 and 2 to grab this A item. Please, for the love of God, be something good. Where are we? A items. Green herb. Not ideal. 2. There's nowhere really for her to go now. 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. As a side note, I should have discarded this because I've used it. All clear. Right, okay, so it's Jill's turn now. So she's on here for 1, and then it says, a character on the same square as the sun crest can spend an action to discard this card to add the upside down triangle number 3 item B card to the inventory, which is this one here. So this gets discarded. And then I've got the golden emblem. It says a character on the same square as the key token can spend an action to discard this card and draw the C card. So that's where we're heading then. So that was 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the mission is essentially there, but we're not looking great, that's for sure. Frayed nerves. If the next character, so the next one is Rebecca, is on the same tile that they start in, they draw 2 additional cards, not a problem. Because it is her turn, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that doesn't take effect. And then we draw Reanimate. Reanimate the closest corpse. I don't think we have any corpses. In that case, we draw another card. It's all clear. Rebecca's turn. Jill's turn. Do the characters need to end on the same tile? Yeah, they need to be on the same tile. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tension. All clear. Rebecca's going to go in here for 1 and end her turn. Tension. All clear. Jill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tension. All clear. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Rebecca's just going to move in 1 more square just so she's a bit more central. There we go. All clear. Jill's turn. 1, 2, 3. And then as an action, we're going to use to discard this card to draw the C card. So we can discard that and we draw a C. And we found the shield key. So that actually gives us access to this area as well. So the C item has been collected. Both characters are on the same tile and we're choosing to end this scenario. It ended on a success. Just. We'll just point that out there. Just. Cool. Right, let's do this bit so I don't get it wrong. Now it says I get to add 2 cards to the thing. After completing the scenario, add the basement and first floor C West scenario cards to the map. Okay, so we have. So we've got the basement, which goes just there. Oh, yeah, running out of room. And the C key goes here. Now, let's just have a quick look. They both have the same symbol, and we don't actually have access to that symbol because we don't have that key yet. That looks like the helmet key. We've got the shield key, we've got the sword key, and we've got the armor key, I believe. That was the other item we picked up, wasn't it? Yeah, the armor key. So we can't actually go this way yet. So we are now kind of blocked off again. Now for the advanced phase of completing the scenario. Increase the mansion level by 1. Yoink. Still on the green hand. If there are corpses, we've actually dealt with all the corpses because a lot of them kept coming back into Crimson Heads. There are no zombies, so we don't have to worry about that. Discard any key items. Do I have any key items? I do not. Recharge everyone's ammunition to 15 and any other for their handgun. Yoink. And yoink. And for any other weapon, increase it by 2. So we only get 2 shotgun shells. So, not many. Heal each character by 1 level. Blink and blink. And we can choose to use items in our inventory. If we do, I will use one of the green herbs. Are they both A? They're both A. Are you A's? Yeah, okay. The reason I'm checking is so they are less likely to appear. But yeah, I will use 2 green herbs to restore everyone back to full. So the reason that is like Rebecca's ability allows them to heal an additional 1. Okay, and then it says shuffle A items back, shuffle all these cards again, do that off camera, and then discard any ink ribbons. We did use the ink ribbon we had, so that is also fine. So that clears this scenario. So we get to give ourselves a star. We get to move back into the mansion, into the main hall. We now have access to the shield key, the armor key, and the dog whistle. So this actually gives us access to 3 different levels. So we can now go here, here, and here. So the options are 2nd floor West B, 1st floor East B, and 2nd floor East B. Interestingly, for the last couple of episodes, I've been making the decision because I wanted to go get my herbicide and go do that because it felt thematic. I'm now going to roll the die again to decide where we're going to end up. And it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll randomly decide again. Just because there isn't a clear direction of where I want the characters to go. We rolled a 6, so they are going to go to 1st floor, West B. Might make more sense to go to this place, but we're going there. Cool. If you like that, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more board game playthroughs, and comment below what you thought of the Crimson Head in particular. and how you think the campaign is shaping up. But we'll wrap up for there. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.